Good morning, everybody. Glad to have you here. If you will, like, share, comment on the post, and then if you will, you can join me in Ephesians chapter 4, beginning in verse number 3. Paul says there, eager to maintain the unity of the Spirit and the bond of peace. What he's saying now is based on what he has just said, that he has urged us to walk in a manner worthy of the calling. In other words, we live our life worthy of the name Christian, worthy of the name follower of Jesus Christ, with humility, gentleness, patience, bearing one another in love. Why? So in verse 3 he says that because we are eager to maintain the unity of the Spirit in the bond of peace. By living like Paul just described in the first two verses, he says then we are able to keep unity. And again, unity is not uniformity. Unity doesn't mean we all dress the same, walk the same, talk the same. Again, it is we still are all unique creatures, creations, God created creations, but we share a common vision. We share a common goal, and that is the winning of the lost to Jesus Christ, the maturity of believers, the growth of God's church. Those things are our vision and our goal, but we have all have different gifts and different manners of accomplishing that goal. Again, one of the best illustrations is a football team. For that matter, most any sports team. But in a football team, you've got 3 or 4 guys up front who block. You've got one who's the quarterback who takes the ball and he either hands it or throws it. And one guy, he runs the ball. And another guy goes down the field and he might catch the ball. And one guy kicks the ball. And, you've got 22 players, 11 on offense, 11 on defense, and every one of them, if you look at an individual football play, you'll see all these lines drawn where all these guys are going in all these different directions and doing all these different things, but even though they're all doing different things, their ultimate goal is to get the ball down the field and to score. Or if they're on the defense, their goal is to stop the other team from scoring. They have one goal, one purpose, ultimately to win the game, but they all have different functions. And we as believers, some sing, some preach, some teach. Some work with children, some work with older folks, whatever, but we all have the same goal. And notice what he says here when he says that our job is to maintain or to keep unity, not to establish unity, but to keep unity. The unity is there. That's God's design, God's program. The pastor didn't create unity. The church didn't create unity. It is what God has created. It is part of our Christian character, as we just read in the previous verses. And so we are all to work together to continue to maintain, to keep the unity and the bond of peace. We all have a role to fill. We all have a job to do, a function, a place of service. Again, all kinds of different ways. Some are better equipped at witnessing than others. Some can sing. Some have just a gift of hospitality. They know how to make people feel welcome. All kinds of gifts. Some are encouragers, but we all work together for that one goal. Your gift of encouragement is not more important than someone else's gift of evangelism or vice versa. All our gifts come together, Paul says, to maintain unity and a bond of peace in God's house. Are we doing that? Are we maintaining unity, keeping the unity that's God's design, building that bond of peace? That's our job. That's why in verse 1 and 2 he says we walk in a manner worthy of the calling to which we have been called. Have a great day. We'll see you here tomorrow morning.